Ling Han is Baihu of the Four Symbols. As a watchman of the freezing land of Marshville, she watches over and stops the abyss current of the darkness, putting an end to threats before they have a chance to rise. While in combat, Ling Han uses her weapon skill to deal massive damage and trigger overtime off-field damage, putting enemies into cryosleep.
Weapons have no mercy, but their wielders do.
Ling Han's normal attacks are graceful and magnificent. We recommend you to use the charged normal attack, Sword Art, Endless Snow. You have Hyper Body while using this attack. The attack range is great, and you can inflict crystalline crack on targets to deal damage over time. When teamed up with Yulan, Ling Han can also use her charged normal attacks to quickly build up internal strength for Yulan. Ling Han's main ability is her weapon skill, which inflicts massive damage, overtime off-field damage, strong controls, and other effects. You don't have to make much preparation, simply use your skills to dish out full damage. After using a skill, Ling Han will also gain Cold Air and start dealing damage to nearby targets over time. Additionally, she can trigger overtime area damage and shoot Frost Blades regularly. All this follow-up damage means Ling Han has great off-field damage dealing capabilities. As for Ling Han's discharge skill, it is magnificent and able to deal loads of damage. Remember not to cancel the skill while it's channeling, or you won't be able to deal the full damage. Ling Han's weapon exclusive passive, Extreme Cold, Unload, works just like Ming Jing's weapon exclusive passive, in that they are both associated with Unload. After using her weapon skill, Ling Han deals a fixed amount of damage unaffected by most damage boosts to her targets per second. The amount of such fixed damage scales with her Frost attack, max HP, crit, and the sum of all the Wanderer's resistance of each type. And when Alabaster Tiger is paired with any flame, volt, or physical weapon, this fixed damage can be further increased. As for the key star ratings, Ling Han becomes greatly more powerful at 3 stars and 5 stars. At 3 stars, the number of Frost Blades gained by using her skill is increased to 4, and the Frost Blade's temperature reduction deals more damage. When fighting a single target, the damage overtime mode of temperature reduction will become 2 massive burst damage, allowing Ling Han to deal a lot more damage to a single target. When Ling Han is at 5 stars, her Crystalline Crack and Cold Air deal more damage. Also, the maximum charges and recovery efficiency of her movement skill, Light Steps, are greatly increased, and she gets to use her Floral Dance more freely. Lastly, let's talk about Ling Han's weapon combinations and actual combat performance. As for her role, Ling Han is either the main DPS or the secondary DPS. She can use her charged normal attacks and skills to deal massive damage on field, while off-field, she can also use various damaging effects to deal damage over time to surrounding targets. Recommended combination 1: Ling Han, Yulan, and Fiona. As the main DPS on field, Ling Han will use her tap and hold normal attacks to dish out damage. Meanwhile, she will add martial artist stacks to Yulan, while Fiona provides supporting effects, such as charging and discharge damage boosts. We recommend you activate Fiona's Simulacrum trait to select Yulan's martial artist form. As for Fiona's skills, go with Torrential Force, the first one, and Hydro Focus, the second one. Recommended combination 2: Ling Han, Yulan, and Icarus. While with an all-frost team, Ling Han has to work with the swift cut mechanic, so she will no longer be on field all the time. Meanwhile, you should activate Ling Han's Simulacrum trait to greatly increase the damage of frost weapon skills and discharge skills.